Boom. Today, what I'm doing is I'm gonna go through every character in the game and I'm gonna rate which ones have the best ults in the game. So for this, my criteria is really just gonna be how good is it. So what am I gonna name the tiers? Because I don't want to rate them just based on getting kills, because that's very DPS minded. I'm gonna rate it on how much it benefits your team if you use this ultimate properly. Because like I can't rate it off of if you use ult improperly or whatever. So we're gonna have God tier, SA, SAB, and then EU. So DF smash, we're gonna get rid of delete row. No, delete row. Delete row. And the colors are fine. I could make this a green, but the colors should be the colors. All right, let's get it cracking. Cloak and dagger. Okay, so when it comes to ultimates, as far as this game is considered, cloak and dagger have what I want to call the second best ult for healers so far. Their ultimate isn't really like crazy broken or nothing like that, but they got the second best. So it's not really god tier, because it's not like a Luna Snow, because when Luna Snow ults, everybody just about faces and they whoop. Wait, hold up. Alright, cool. Whenever Luna Snow hits that Q, hits both the sticks on their controller, everybody just does an about face and they walk away. Because when Luna Snow ults, you know you're not killing anything. But Cloak and Dagger, their ult, if you ult 3 times in a line and it stacks when you ult back and forth on the same spot 3 times, bro, you could stand there and get hit by life-ending moves and just tank through it and survive it. And it makes a character look like their health bar is crazier than it really is. And by the way, for those of y'all watching this like period on the YouTube version, on the live version, when I get towards the end of this tier list, I'm gonna like go through and see if there's any adjustments that need to be made. But I'm gonna just start placing stuff first, and then I'm gonna see if there's any adjustment. Wolverine, his ultimate does something, but it doesn't do a lot. Cause like as a Wolverine player, I find it that a lot of the time you're better off using Wolverine's ult in a solo fight, because saving his ult for like a team fight where you're in the middle of 4 or 5 people you want to crash out and usually get a team kill is very, very hard and very, very rare that you'll be free and that you'll be able to do that with Wolverine. So his ult, it's not trash. It does what it needs to do when you use it, but it's not really great, because that hitbox on the front of his move that scoops people up, like it is so confusing, because I'll have 3-4 people standing right in front of me and I'll scoop and none of them will get scooped up. But there's be times where the enemy is 10 feet behind me and I do this raw by mistake, like fat fingering, and then they'll all go up in the air and teleport in front of me. So I really need hitbox vision. This move, that move right there, Wolverine's ultimate, really makes me want hitbox visualizations in this game, because the way his scoop works, I don't know where it hits, so it'd be frying me, because I don't know what distance that I should like have people in front of me before I use it. Wolverine ult, not gonna lie, ill tier, ill instantly. Because I mean, not Wolverine, Venom ult, ill tier instantly. Because the thing that bugs me about Venom is such a fantastic character with such a terrible ultimate. Like Venom's ultimate is legitimately probably bottom 5 ultimates in the game, not gonna lie. He just goes in the ground and bites up. It doesn't even kill squishies. Like it just stuns people, makes them jump up in the air a little bit, and then you get then the time it takes for him to come out the ground and stand up, he can't even take advantage of the fact that everybody's in the air. Like the same thing can be achieved by just diving with the character who has an uppercut move like a Magic or a Spider-Man. So like his move his move is dead ass useless, and even while he's using it, he can still be shot while he's crawling around the ground. So in theory, he's still killable. Now he has a big ass health bar, so he's probably not gonna die, but he's still shootable when he does that. Like Venom's ult has no room for like era and no room for panic ulting. Like you panic ult with Wolverine. Wait, why did my shit cut off? Yeah, I don't know why, but the TikTok chat just randomly cut off. But if you pick, let me see something. Let me test it, make sure it works. Test. Preview. Okay, it's still working. It just randomly cut off. Anyway, there's no room to panic ult with Venom at all in any way, shape, or form. You panic ult with Venom, GG's, bro. Thor. His ult, it's not bad, but his ult isn't. His ult is good for if you want to combo it with somebody. Like if it's you and one other person and you're just trying to get a guaranteed finish in a fight, Thor's ult is good enough. But in terms of you getting a 5 stack of people out of here, or you helping your team get a 5 stack of people out of here, his ult kind of does nothing. He flies up in the air, he starts yelling, and there's a thunder spot on the ground that follows wherever he goes that does shock damage. Then he does a slam down. It's not really that good, bruh. It's not really that good. Punisher, his ult, instant god tier. Don't even have to go in a deep detail. But Punisher's ultimate makes it so that if you're on his screen, he hovers over you, press the missile button, you're dying. You're out of here, buddy. You're gone. You're in the ether. Storm, her ultimate. Now, Storm isn't a good character at all. She doesn't have a god tier ultimate, but she definitely has an S tier ultimate. Because that ultimate, I learned today, actually pulls people in. So if you go near people, the ultimate has a win box that pulls people in and pulls people in so that whenever they try to use their escape abilities, because I was specifically playing Iron Man and I started trying to fast fly and she was near me, so I'm pressing a fast fly button and he's just still flying backwards getting hit, and I'm like, yo, why wasn't he fast fly? Then it took me a second to realize. I thought, oh, maybe my ability was done. Oh, GG's. I look in the corner right before the kill cam comes up and my joint is full. So I'm like, wait, I had the ability, but like when Storm hits you with that win box, you can't use it. So it's a really, really good ultimate. Her ultimate is legit worth switching to her just to use. Because playing her during the match, hell no. But switching to her just to use her ultimate, yeah. That's definitely a thing that's definitely something that I could see becoming a thing. Well, I mean, the ult charge doesn't carry over after you get to 50 and switch, but it's still worth like going to get that up, waiting a little while to get that other 50 and then just using her ult and switching off. It is very worth it. Star-Lord, not gonna lie, he has a god tier ult. Hey, thank you for I can't even see what that is, my fault. Wait, let me go to, I think that was diamonds. If it was, thank you, shout out you. I need to open up OBS over here, but whatever that was, shout out you. I'm sorry I can't see your name because my shit wasn't open, but yeah. Back to what I was saying though. Star-Lord, he has one of the best ultimates in the game for the simple fact that as a Star-Lord player, you can move your mouse around the screen randomly, hold left click and cover your eyes, or just start viciously flicking your stick and hold right trigger, just do this and you're gonna get kills. He literally has Soldier 76 auto aim that gets kills for you. I don't know, like if you have Star-Lord's ult, because Star-Lord's ult to me is better than Punisher because of the auto aim. And the fact that not only do you get auto aim, but you get auto aim on top of being able to laser people down already. If you pick Star-Lord and you use your auto aim ult and you don't team wipe everybody nearby before they run and hide behind cover, GG's, nigga. Switch off Star-Lord. Because he even gets free flight while the ult is active. So even if somebody's hiding in the sky or trying to hide around some pillars, or if you need to gain some distance from them so that their projectile doesn't doesn't like damage you. Let's say it's a close range character like a Punisher or something like that. Or, well, they're in close range mode, like Punisher with the shotgun. Or like a character like Magneto, where his weapon doesn't do very good damage after a certain distance. Just fly backwards, dead. Squirrel Girl, not gonna lie, love this character. Love the character design, especially. Especially love the character design. Yeah, I fuck with this character design heavy, my nigga. Fuck with it heavy. But her ultimate, one of the worst in the game, if not the worst. Because like, whenever you're playing against a Squirrel Girl, even the best Squirrel Girls, you hear Squirrel Stampede! And you just look at them with a straight face like, dog, did you really just hit the ultimate button to Squirrel Stampede, my nigga? Like, it's an insult for somebody to use Squirrel Stampede, because Squirrel Stampede is just a bad move in every way possible. Not only does Squirrel Stampede not do a lick of damn damage, it doesn't do a lick of damage, it doesn't CC very well. If you try and use it in a solo setting, it's hard as fuck to aim at a distance. So Squirrel Stampede is a close range move with that's intended to be a long range move with long range properties. What? That move just all around sucks and has nothing but fucking downsides. Like, Squirrel Stampede deadass sucks. I hope in the next patch that they buff it. Because again, I'm a fan of the ideology. Buff everything, nerf nothing. Spider-Man. I don't want to say God tier, but S tier. Because even if you have a terrible Spider-Man on your team, even if, and 9 times out of 10, you do have a terrible Spider-Man on your team, when that terrible Spider-Man on your team goes 2 and 22, you know what those 2 squirrels were? What those 2 kills were? Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's the amazing Spider-Man, or whatever he says. That one voice line is his 2 kills that he gets when he goes 2 and 22. This move is really fucking good, and on top of the fact that it does a fuck ton of AoE damage, it does a fuck ton of AoE damage on top of the fact that it sticks people. Because when I'm playing as Wolverine, usually whenever certain ults come towards me, I, use my movement abilities to try and get out of range of the ult. Whenever Spider-Man ults, I try, because I know like there's always a small chance, but I don't have a lot of hope. Because Spider-Man, halfway through his ult, sprays out webs that keeps everybody in place. So halfway through his ult, when you already realize, when he can drop on your head and just press ult at random, so before you even realize it, he's shooting you and he's melting you, and you're at like 20 HP, and then he shoots the stickies out in every direction. Now you're like this, just watching the web come towards your face, coming to take the last 20 HP that you got, the little bit of HP that you got left. This move is so incredibly annoying, bro. This move is so incredibly annoying. It's so good. Wanda. See, I'm conflicted about Wanda, right? Because Pure Chaos is a move with some crazy properties, but the cast time is forever. It takes forever for her to cast this damn Pure Chaos. Like, it takes forever for her to get to the end of Chaos to actually hit the move. But when you hit this move, people just gotta press tab to see how many of their teammates they gotta wait for at spawn if they didn't get hit by it. Because this move legit is good. I don't want to say good, but it's decent at team wiping. Because that move has high team wipe potential, I'll put it in S. Rocket, A tier move. It's not really broken. It's a move that's well balanced and does what it's supposed to do very well. Because whenever you hear it's real fire, here, let me show you real firepower, and he throws that out, you can just hide behind a corner and wait it out and wait till people walk far enough from it and pick them off one by one and kill them. So you can't out strategize his ult, but when you use it at that right perfect time and give all 5 people on your team a boost while they on point during the last final few seconds or the last push, it's not Lunar Snow levels of broken, but it is definitely one of the better ults in the game when he uses it right. I want to rename these because I don't think S is right. So I'll leave this, I'll say top. So I'm gonna do it like this. Boom. Top 5. I'll make the top, the number one highest row is always top 5. This one is S tier. Top 5 S tier. Mid tier. Low tier. And then instead of ill, let's do no tier, because these moves don't even be, these shits don't even deserve to be considered as ultimates. Like them 2 moves, the one with Venom and Squirrel Girl, those would be better as like a regular ability that they just have a very long cooldown to. Them shits, like Squirrel Stampede, it would be better if they gave her a new ultimate and just made that a passive. That's what Squirrel Stampede would be best as, a passive. Cause as an ultimate move, that shit is just not good, bro. That shit is not good. What do we have next? Psylocke? Oh, probably top 5, bro. Probably top 5. Once you hear her start speaking in Japanese and her character model does this and starts flying around with that butterfly shit, consider your life cooked. There may be better moves in the game, but like whenever you hear her say that voice line and you're going towards point, you just back up and wait, or you just put your controller down and accept death, because that move is astonishingly great. Astonishingly. Oh, finally it loads. Let me test out the chat real quick. Make sure it's working on this other display. Okay, it is. All right. Penny Parker. So I'm thinking, cause I'm not sure where to place her ult, because her ult, I'll put it in mid tier, cause her ult really isn't great, but it's surely not like a Logan ult to where her ult is best saved for 1v1s, cause her ult has some utility. I'll just say needs a combo. Oh, actually, that's better. I'll put, nah, that's not better. Because like some ults are better when you have other ults to assist them. Nah, I'm gonna leave the tiers alone. I'm gonna leave the tiers alone for now. But her ult is kind of good when it's a last final push on point and you want to deter people, or if you want to take up space and deter people from being in a certain space or a certain area. Her ult is great for that. But in terms of like actual utility, besides that one thing, it does what it's supposed to do well enough to not be low tier. But oh wait, I just realized I spelled tier wrong every last one. It's just good enough to not be low tier, but just bad enough to not be top tier. So I think mid is fine, because it doesn't do anything special. Namor, he's the thing that inspired me to make this list. His ultimate is so bad, bro. His ultimate just does some damage and it makes you slip on a bucket of water in Costco and lay on the floor for 2 seconds. Say, oh, they saw me slip, I ain't gonna get my lawsuit today. Then you get up and get ready to go home. His ultimate is trash. Trash. Whenever I hear that Ship Sailor sound and I see that Namor's about to ult, I go, oh, okay, you about to ult? That's cool, bro. I guess, bro. I guess. Cause like his ult is so unscary and so unserious. I just don't care, man. I just don't care. This shit is so unserious. Moon Knight, mid tier. It's nothing amazing, but it's not bad. It's not an ult that like has very, very limited utility. It's a very general thing where it's just a big cloud or circle, portal, whatever in the sky that sends down a bunch of hands. Whenever you hear the moon haunts you, you're not thinking, oh no, I gotta shiver me timbers, death is about to happen, or you don't have to go, oh no, shiver me timbers, nobody's dying. But it's like, his ult means something, just not a lot of something. Just back up and you'll be fine. Actually, you know what? The fact that his ult doesn't make you piss your pants, I'm gonna put it on low tier, because it's not bad, but it's not great. It's definitely better than no tier, but probably the second worst. Probably the worst healing related, because I was about to say probably the worst healer ult, but like Jeff's ult in terms of for a healer, has nothing to do with healing. So in terms of healing, his is probably the worst because it doesn't heal teammates or anything like that. But Luna Snow's ult, whenever you hear her spit her voice line for her ult, no, like nobody cares. Like you just look at the screen like like nobody cares, dog. Like when Mantis ults, you can still kill people in her vicinity. Like people who are standing next to her ult, you can still get them out the paint. You can still get elims and all of that. It's not that scary of an ult. It's not that crazy. Now, unless there's some type of hidden super technical tech that I haven't heard of. Worst baby Luna Snow ult. Magneto. I'll consider that another low tier ult because like there are cool properties to it, like the fact that if somebody else is a projectile character with bullet projectiles, like metal bullet projectiles, you can absorb those and make it so that they can't hit your teammates and fling it back at the enemies. Like you could gather up all metal on the field. That's cool, and it does decent damage, but it's nothing special. It's like his ultimate is the same thing as Iron Man, but worse. So like his move is really just like there's just nothing to say about it. It's so unimpressive. It's just nothing to say about it. And then in terms of the fact of how Magneto's powers work, I feel like they could have came up with something creative. Not just on a gameplay level, but on a lore level. Like they could have came up with something more creative, and they definitely could have came up with a better ultimate other than, hey guys, I'm gonna throw this big metal ball at you. Like that shit is ass. Her install super, well, technically it's not called an install because that's a fighting game term, but y'all know what I'm talking about when I say install super. It's probably the second best install super in the game, because we'll talk about that when we talk about that, and you know what the best install super is, but her install super is probably the second best. It buffs everything and it makes it so that a good Magic that can already win a 1v3, because Magic, she's not like the other one who will be mentioned later, who's easily able to win a 1v6, but Magic, she could dive in on a backline and win a 1v3. And on top of that, she's pretty mobile, and her portals become she's pretty mobile, and she could teleport and become basically like invincible, invulnerable, intangible, whatever term you want to use, for a few seconds when she's in normal mode. And then when she goes into Dark Child mode, if I'm not mistaken, don't be afraid to correct me, if I'm not mistaken, when she goes into Dark Child mode, she has the ability to portal more, and she can attack out of her portal. So like, I don't really know any downsides to her install super at all. And it's good if you want to combo it with somebody else's ult. So let's say, for example, you want to dive on, like, let's say Scarlet Witch is on point and she says pure, and like you go Dark Child and jump and start diving the backline that's trying to heal the tanks and get out the way. You could use one ult to scare them into the path of another ult. Then her damage that's already crazy high and crazy good gets buffed and gets even more broken and more stupid. I don't see the downside, man. I really don't. Luna Snow. We don't even have to converse about Luna Snow. Whenever Luna Snow just starts vibing and dancing to damn BTS, KDA, whatever K-pop or K-pop adjacent genre band starts playing, like, bro, when that music gets to going and she starts doing her little dancey dance, just go ahead and turn around, about face, bro. Nobody on that team is dying. Nobody on that team is dying. Let me say it one last time. Nobody on that team is dying, because when she does her little dancey dance, everybody gets healed so to a point to where it's like, dog, why does she heal this much? And on top of that, even if you have a move that could one hit kill, her 1000 health that she gets whenever she goes into this mode, she's able to move so fast. Even if she even if she reacts to your ultimate at the very last moment, doesn't even matter. It truly, genuinely doesn't even matter. Why? Because she moves, I think, double speed? She moves double speed when she's in her ultimate because like it speeds up her ability so that she could coddle her teammates and make sure their health bars never go down. So it's like, dog, Luna Snow, her ultimate, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it needs to be nerfed. I think that they should buff the ones that are ass rather than worry about nerfing hers. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the next patch for season 1, I think next week Monday or something like that, but in the season 1 patch notes, you're going to see that her ultimate is going to get stomped into the ground and nerfed like all hell, bro. Her ult is so good. Loki's ult, I'm gonna put at mid tier for the simple fact it depends on who you copy. If you copy somebody with a good ult, Loki's ult could be broken top 5 ult. But if you accidentally copy Squirrel Girl, Namor, Venom, he then has a low tier ult. So because of the fact that his ult takes on the properties of whoever he copies, automatic mid tier. Jeff the Adorable Landshark. You probably expect me to put it in top 5, but it's not a top 5 ult. Let me explain why. Yes, when Jeff ults while everybody is on point, it is scary. Yes, it's kind of bullshit that if you're a flying character flying around far above the ground and Jeff goes in a circle and says yummy yummy, that it grabs you out the sky and it puts you in a package. Yes, that's kind of bullshit. That's kind of ayo what the fucky, right? But hear me out. The move is not that fucking fantastic. There have been plenty of times where I'll be playing as a character with little to no movement abilities and I just walk out of the circle before he finishes casting it. Like, unless you're directly in the center of the circle, it's a good chance that if you have a movement ability, you can get out of it. Like, if you're Rocket and you dash out of it, if you're Rocket, you could dash out of it. If you're Wolverine, you could slash out of it. If you're Squirrel Girl, you could jump out of it. If you're Iron Man, you could speed fly out of it. Like, there's a lot of things you could do. And yeah, I know it sucks to get caught and then Jeff goes and hops up off that cliff and you're cooked, pal. But shoulder shrug, like, bro, it's not that powerful. Like, I just don't think it's that powerful. Like, is it a good move? Oh yes, undoubtedly. Hell no, I'm not saying it's a bad move. I'm just saying it's not as good as y'all think it is. Like, if y'all think it's at a 100, let's say on a number, if y'all think rating this from 1 to 100, 100 being the best, 1 being the worst, y'all think this move is a 100 when it's really like an 80. 80 is still fantastic. 80 is way above passing, depending on what state you in, way above passing or just passing, but that's way above passing. It's hard to fail something by when you get an 80, but it's just not a 100. Iron Man ult, honestly, probably top 5. Iron Man ult, when he actually is able to get it off, easily. Easily. No. I'm not saying this loud enough. He easily can team wipe 5 people on point. Cause the Iron Man's ultimate move, even though it has a little bit of a charge up, it has a little bit of a cast time. The cast time isn't crazy. The fucking damage output is fucking bonkers. Even if you don't hit people directly on with it, and you hit like a little bit beside their body, the hitbox extends beyond the actual initial blast and the explosions that come after it. But dog, you're not leaving that bitch with half health. If you're a tank. If you're a full tank, you're not leaving there with anything higher than half health. That move is going to melt the fuck out of you, though. Oh, God. Oh. This move is so freaking good. So freaking good. Hulk, low tier. His ult. The only time I see Hulk's ultimate useful is when Hulk is about to die, pops ult, and they go into the big form and they get their full health back. That's the only time it's useful. Every other time, like, if Hulk is in his giant ultimate form and you shoot him and bring him down to and bring his health down to 0, instead of transforming into a smaller Hulk, he transforms straight into Banner and you can just bully him and kill him like that. So Hulk has a very easy to end ult, number 1. Number 2, his ult, that little grab move he does where he command grabs you and slams you from side to side, it's not that scary. It only kills squishies. Anybody with any decent amount of health is not dying to that. And he's still vulnerable and shootable while he's slamming you from side to side. So that move like really does nothing, and on top of doing nothing, he's still vulnerable during it. So it's like, yo, who gives a fuck? Hell Unleashed in the conversation for top 5 best ults in this game, for the simple fact that whenever you hear Hella yell, Hell Unleashed, you gotta run and duck and hide for the mountains, because you know for a fact that her ultimate move is about to bust your ass, and it's about to get you out the paint. And on top of that, like I mentioned in my top 5 characters joint, she could shoot a projectile even if you duck around a corner and hit you and deal damage with the AoE. And the only thing, another thing about this move, if Hella's in the sky, because I tested this today when I saw an enemy Hella ulted, if Hella's in the sky and you get her health bar down to 0, it doesn't kill her. She just goes back to the ground and the ult is over early. Which to me is like a what the fuck, that doesn't make any sense type decision, but whatever. Point is, her ult is good. Hawkeye, his ult is on, I'll put him at S tier. Easy S tier, because his ult does benefit his team, but it's not a bigger benefit than like a lot of other ultimates can be to their team. So Groot, I'm gonna put him as a solid low tier, because his move is not useless. It's just you have to use it in conjunction with another ult, because if you don't, you're cooked, buddy. You're cooked. By the way, for those of y'all who don't know, Groot's ult, he basically throws a seed out in the middle and it immobilizes everybody nearby. They can't use any movement abilities. They can't move up, down, left, right. If they're a flying character, it takes them out the sky, everything. So Groot, his ultimate isn't on no tier level, but it isn't very useful. It doesn't inherently deal damage. It doesn't deal damage. It doesn't negate damage. It doesn't give your teammates, to my knowledge, any properties that make them broken or anything like that. He just throws out a pile of seeds and they grab it. Not that fucking good, man. Doctor Strange, I'll say his ult is mid tier, because yes, before y'all even say it, yes, I'm aware Doctor Strange has a joint where he could Aya Agamotto and he could do the technique where he melee uses main fire, melee uses main fire, and that he could when he does that melee and uses main fire, that he could what's the word I'm looking for? Like basically he can animation cancel to do more damage than he's supposed to, especially because you're now, because of the ult, standing still, and the ult does more damage when you hit the like green after images, and it does more damage when you hit both the after image and the person at the same time, which is something Doctor Strange can do. So his ult is really good, but in terms of like, is it up there with the Cloak and Dagger ults, the Punisher ults, Pure Chaos, Jeffy the Adorable Land Shark ultimates? Nah, it's not running with the big league. Captain America's ult, I'll put it at mid tier, because that ult, I'm gonna sit down too. I'm gonna put Captain America's ult at mid tier for the simple fact that for about 10 seconds, Captain America essentially becomes invincible and gets a chance to like really run around all over the place and crash out. So his ult is pretty good. It does what it needs to, but there are better ults in the game to use when you want to turn on crash out mode, basically. Oh, why is my not coming forward? Thank you. There's better ults in this game you could use to go crash out mode. Black Panther, only reason why it's not getting no tier is for the simple fact that it marks you, and that he could use the Spirit of Bast or whatever to mark multiple people at once. Adam Warlock, potentially top 5. You literally, for however many seconds, I think it's like 60 if I'm not mistaken, you literally for 60 seconds get to say, none of my teammates stay dead. Reborn, like when he does that reborn again thing, if you die twice while it's active If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, because it happened to me, so I don't know. Oh yeah, he does have a personal revive, so it could have been that. But I haven't tested it, but whenever he uses that damn revive, bro, you're cooked. You're cooked. Whenever he uses this move, you're cooked, because anybody you kill is coming right back. And even though when they come back, they're gonna have only 100 health, they're coming to beat your ass and finish you off. So you really can't duel with anybody. You gotta not get hit and blow out everybody by 100 million and then run away and run off point. So I'm gonna see who exactly is in the top 5 later, but competing for top 5 ultimate. Bucky competing for top 5 ultimate, because when you hear again, when you hear him say armed and dangerous, everybody just goes, oh no. So like, whenever you hear Bucky ult, you legit piss your pants. They made a character. Let me remind you of some of the things this character can do. He can wall run / wall climb. Wall run / wall climb. Some people may count that as 2 different things. I count that as 1. So he can wall run. He has 4 jumps. He has a move that when in the middle of the fight, he can pop and it gives him shield like 200 or something like that. It gives him like 200 shield. And he already has the ability to heal. So you're telling me you give him, and he already has the ability to win 1v6s with no effort. So not only is he allowed to win 1v6s with no effort, he can win 1v6s with no effort. Now he has double and triple the health, and now he has double and triple the damage. Okay, moving on. Black Widow. I don't even remember Black Widow's ult. I'm gonna be real with you. Somebody said that Black Widow's ult was turning people into spiders. I would just believe him. No reason to not believe him. I don't see it that often. I would just believe him. But yeah. So I definitely gotta move some people out of top 5. I 100% definitely gotta move. So this stressed me out. I should not have put so many top 2. But alright, let's whittle it down. Auto aim. Essentially auto aim, you get the laser people down for free. I move Psylocke down one tier, 1 bracket. Luna, you're not killing anything. Iron Man, 5 people. Hella. Cause her move has straight benefits. It has a good cast time. It doesn't take forever to get up in the air and start shooting. It does amazing damage. And even when you die during your ult, you don't really die. You just get told to leave ult early. S tier, because it doesn't have anything stand out. It can move back up. Excuse me. It could move back up, but I'm not sure if it is. No, Luna Snow, you're not killing anything. Iron Man. I argue it doesn't directly benefit the team, and that top tier ults directly benefit the team more. I feel like the DPS for it isn't the same as like a Frank, where he could choose who he shoots at, for example. So Iron Man S, Hulk. Don't worry, I was looking at something else on my computer. Anyway, where was I? I think I was at Iron Man. This is bothering me on my second screen. I really don't remember who I was at. So I'm gonna just. How many do I gotta take out of this top tier? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll put Bucky on S tier because again, when you start pounding the ground with your tentacles, it's too freaking good. I'll move Cloak and Dagger down because I feel like S tier is getting crowded and there's a lot of things in S tier and above S tier that push it down and make it so that this tier is kind of too crowded for the skill sets in here. Well, I mean, not skill sets, the ultimate abilities, but anyway, Spider-Man, I will move him down to a mid tier. Oh, what? Wait, no. Yeah, Jeff alone. Cause I had a thought for a second that maybe Jeff doesn't belong here. Maybe he could get pushed down to mid because his ult is so escapable, but nah, his ult is kind of on the hard side to escape. Pure Chaos, I think, deserves S tier. Hawkeye deserves S tier. Nah, I'll put Hawkeye mid tier because his ult isn't too great. Psylocke, she damn near insta kills everybody. Hella, she doesn't damn near insta kill everybody, but she basically can one shot everybody. Iron Man, post cannon is good. Hulk, nobody's scared of the Hulk. So wait, that's how you could tell my brain is fried. Why did I skip all the way to Hulk? I read hella Iron Man and I said Hulk. I'm thinking about they team up. Bucky, that's fine. Spider-Man, that's fine. Cloak, that's fine. Rocket, nah, that's fine. Penny is fine because her ult, it doesn't do nothing, it just doesn't do a lot. Loki is mid tier by default. Doctor Strange, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, they both Avengers, so it doesn't matter, but Doctor Strange, Captain America, Hawkeye, that seems about right. Logan, you can only solo all with it. Thor, it's not that strong. Moon Knight, it's not that strong. Fuck is that? Oh, Mantis, again, not that strong. Magneto, it is strong. It's just, I don't even know what I said. I started drifting off. I'm gonna be real. But like I was saying, Captain America. Nah, he doesn't need to be up. Oh no, I'm in the wrong tier. Mantis, she's fine. Her ult doesn't heal anything for real. Magneto, whack ass ult. Groot, not that great of an ult. Wakanda, not that great of an ult. No tier. Wolverine. I mean, not. I'm looking at the one above. My brain is easy. Venom. Yeah, he deserves to be down there. Along with Squirrel Girl, Namor, Hulk, and Black Widow. I say this list is about right. Y'all can let me know if y'all have any disagreements in the comment section below. But I think this list is definitely right. I said it right. That being said, I'm gonna restart my computer and I'm not restarting I'm gonna just hop on Rivals on console.